So here's an update. You all remember my outside kitties. My outside kitties that I was been addicted to feeding, that I've cared about, cried about, laughed about, just gave my everything to try to make their little lives better where they were living, like in this bush. And this is, well, Mama Kitty number two. I never really named my cats, though that was one thing I didn't. You remember, I was always putting these rags out, and then the American Tire guy would come and throw them away like once every week or two. Have to replace them. When it would rain, I did this. I would cover where I put their food. So, I just used to stress my ass off all the time about these cats. And when Mama Kitty, okay, now this is, see this little baby? This was the one that I ended up catching after, see, this black one. This black one is the reason I started feeding cats to begin with. She was a little itty bitty kitten, and I seen her, and it was on. After that, I just had to, feed her. And then when I was feeding her in the American Tire spot, all of a sudden one day it was like, did I just see another black cat? It was like one black cat turned out to be like three of them. But she, and then her brother, little man, who got hit by the car, and Dank buried him or her. So, anyways, this was my sole survivor cat out of that little bunch. The other ones just grew up and took off. Um, and she got pregnant, and she had our Ollie, and then she had that orange one and this one. And she also had my, no, she didn't have Ollie. This one had Bella and Bully, this cat and this orange cat, and a solid black cat that I gave to my friend at work. Okay, so she was rescued first, and she got rescued with this orange one. And for 2 weeks, I didn't know what happened to her. I was like, oh my God, what happened to my cat? How did she just leave? This little black and white one was all by itself in the spot. Every day I was going to feed her in that bed, but the three of them together, they slept in that bed all the time. Man, Bella and Bully were the lucky, at that time, Bella and Bully and the black one that my friend has, they were the lucky ones. They ran into that carrier when I jumped the fence, and I was like, I've got to take some of these cats. There's just too many. I got to help this Mama Kitty. She's my baby. I love her. So for 2 weeks, I didn't know what happened until I went to go feed her and ran into the lady Jules that she came back to try to trap this one. She stayed out there 4 hours that night trying to trap, but she told me all about, about my Mama Kitty was safe, and I was crying. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, oh my God. I thought she just took off and left her one baby. I didn't know what the hell happened to her. I've been feeding her 2 years. And then this is the ones that were left after she left. And I remember I was devastated after my black cat was gone, and I wasn't seeing my black cat all the time, but I was happy she was safe. Then there was these two. Now, this Mama Kitty had my Ollie, and she had this little orange one. And also, she brought above ground two other black and whites, just like how Bella and Bully look. Because Bully Cat is the father, and he looks just like Bella and Bully. Okay, so when Dank rescued the kitty from the sewer, that was Ollie. So this is Ollie's mama. Now, I've been feeding them still, and Jules knew about these two, and she said, when I get room, I'm going to come and trap these two, because she took a liking to them. Even though she never fed them because she knew I was taking care of them, she always would check on them every time she went to go feed her target spot, her colony that's at Target that I'm feeding for her right now. Okay, I love these two cats with all my, these are my babies. I've seen them from the time this one was born, and then I started to notice that Mama Kitty was looking pregnant again. And he has a little cleft lip, and two of his teeth always show, and Jules named him Snaggletooth. And she's keeping him forever, like in her house, like in her, room and stuff with her cats, not just in a cage. But for now, she's been in a cage with Mama. Oh, see her tooth? See how it's sticking in? Precious little baby. Okay, this was the night they got rescued by Jules. Jules rescued them, and there's Mama eating in the cage, and she's pregnant there. And I knew she was pregnant. And Jules, I got to give it to her. She stepped it up and came and got these 2 cats, and she caught them both the same night within about 1 hour of setting the traps. And let me tell you, that was another emotional night for me, because now I don't have any. It's like I'm feeding in the spots where they were, but I don't know what I'm feeding. Except for now, one cat is there that I really care a lot about, and she's been around for a while. She's disappeared to have litters, I think, but I think she just had babies again down in the sewer. I don't know if they survived, but she looked pregnant, and then now she doesn't look pregnant, and she disappeared for a little bit. Anyways, she's back around, and so I'm feeding her, and she's always in the spot. So she's all by herself. The bully comes and goes when he wants. He's just going to get her pregnant. Anyways, last night, Mama Kitty. Okay, hold on. Last night, Mama Kitty moved Snaggletooth in with these 2 because Mama Kitty was in labor. And they're actually related because they got the same daddy. Bully's the daddy to them all. And see, look at how much this one looks like my Bella and Bully. She's from my Bella and Bully litter. And this one right behind her, Snaggletooth, is from my Ollie litter. It's just all coming full circle with these cats. They mean so much to me. And Mama Kitty here she had 3. She did have 4 here, but the very first cat that came out didn't make it. Okay, so she's got a tabby gray one and 2 orange, but later on she ended up having 1 more kitten. But look at Mama Kitty. She's safe. She had her babies in a safe, warm place. She's in actually Jules' laundry room. Oh my goodness, my heart. I did something right by these cats. I did. Everything that I did for them was for a reason, so that this could happen for her, and she gets to have her babies in a safe place and not in the sewer like she had Ollie's litter. The litter that Ollie was in and had to be rescued. And that poor orange one in her had been outside all this time. Through all that. The rain, everything. It was so sad. And now they're safe. I am beyond grateful. That's why I'm feeding Jules' cats for 6 weeks. And then I know I'm never going to stop. I'll probably always still go over there. She'll do it like every 3 days, and I'll still go by and check them every day. I just know how I am. And after she had her 4th one, she had 3 orange ones and the tabby gray. And then, unfortunately, I'll show you the first one and who it looks like. It was a black and white one. Didn't make it. Anyway. Alright, so I should have given a trigger warning on that. That kitten was not alive in that picture. So that's the update. Mama Kitty had her 2nd litter last night. Can you tell they're all related? I love you, Mama Kitty.